A lot of hosts won't say this publicly, but a lot of people are quitting Turo, and let me explain why. And I'm not talking about the beginners. I'm not talking about people with 1 or 2 cars. I'm talking about hosts with 50 to 100 to hundreds of cars that are either quitting Turo or getting kicked off the platform. And once you understand why, it'll completely change your view on the platform. Now, for a quick background, my name is Max. I started my car rental company about 5 years ago with my brother. We started our cars on Turo with literally 1 car, our own personal car that we bought. And then we added more and more and more. We grew up to 100 cars on Turo, 100 to 150, right around there. And we got kicked off without warning, without them telling us why. And from there, we fully transitioned into private rentals. But we learned everything from Turo. We learned how to communicate with customers. We learned pricing. We learned contracts. We learned everything we needed to understand the basics in order to make the transition. And now that I've seen both sides, being on a platform and having your own platform, grass is definitely greener on the other side. This isn't the issue. This is why most people are quitting or getting kicked off of Turo. And honestly, it's multiple things that stack on top of each other. So let's break those down. Let's start by talking about why hosts are quitting. The first and biggest reason I hear about people quitting is because their profits are shrinking to less and less and less money every single month. And because Turo just changes the regulations from them taking 10% to 30%. And not only that, they're charging more and more and more money to the guests. And so people that are renting their cars on Turo just make less and less and less money. The way they do this is with increased competition. People are having to lower the rates. With new regulations, they're making hosts take deeper cuts from their rental amounts. And really, they're just trying to compete with Hertz and Enterprise, but use our cars to do it. So even if you don't realize it, most host profits are getting squeezed, and they're either going from making a little bit of money to making no money or losing money every single month on all the cars that they own. The most unfortunate part is most hosts don't realize this until they're months and months in, or even years in. Let's talk about getting kicked off the platform. I've heard of tons of reasons why people are getting kicked off, and believe it or not, none of them are because somebody transitioned into private rentals. A lot of times it's either because they had too many claims, or they're trying to collect money outside of Turo, or they're trying to do something sketchy or shifty. And because of any one of these things, a lot of hosts are getting kicked off. And sometimes it's because of metrics. So if somebody doesn't leave a good review or doesn't leave any review, it affects you. Or if you cancel too many trips, whether it's your fault or something's wrong with the car and you have no control, enough bad metrics and they're going to kick you off of the platform. And so what happens? Typically, if you do something bad, they're going to give you a strike. They're going to give you 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes out. Or what's going to happen is if you do something bad enough, they're just going to completely kick you off. If your claims get too high, they're not going to warn you. They're just going to kick you off. And the worst part is when a host gets kicked off of a platform like Turo, they're just blindsided. Turo doesn't tell them anything. They're not like, hey, just so you know, like, here's the issue. Can you fix it? It's boom, your account's banned. We can't tell you why. That's what happened to me. That's what happened to plenty of other people that I've talked to that have a lot of cars. I know people personally that have gotten kicked off with hundreds of cars and completely blindsided. They were never told why. What this is doing to most hosts right now is it's making them think that they actually have a lot less control than they really thought they had. So they could really get kicked off at any point for any reason. And that's what terms of service of Turo say. That's what they said when I tried to talk to them and say, hey, why did we get kicked off? And they said, we can't tell you and we can just kick you off for any reason. Most hosts, because of the competition, having to lower the rates, getting a lower cut, are getting really just priced out. And a big part of that is inconsistency. 1 month you're fully booked. Another month you completely slow down. Maybe you're at 50 or 60% utilization. It's super seasonal. There's tons of competition. There's guys named Jim that are renting out his wife's brand new Corolla for $40 a day versus your 2020 Corolla that you bought 5 years ago and you're hoping to get $60, $70 a day like you were initially getting. But every year I feel like the prices just get lower and lower and lower and lower. And it's just, we're getting squeezed, or the hosts are getting squeezed more and more and more. And to my eyes, it looks like that platforms like Turo are making more and more money with us taking the loss and us doing all of the work. Now, the biggest reason either people quit or transition out of doing Turo is because of the control. They don't have control over claims process. They don't have control over whether or not a claim is going to get approved. They don't have control over pricing. They don't have control over demand. They don't have control over their systems or their customers. It's really, everything's built on Turo and you're just building their business. At the end of the day, a lot of hosts have a dream of, oh, I want to sell my company. But when you're building it on Turo, as an investor, if you look at a company that's built on Turo, it's not worth anything. Oh, great, you added a couple cars to a platform that did all the work. Not worth anything. Versus, oh, you built the entire system yourself and it's fully self-reliant, efficient. Okay, that has value. So a lot of people have this dream of, okay, I'm going to build it up and then I'm going to sell it at some point. But then they quickly realize that it's not super profitable because Turo's taking so much money. And even if it was fairly profitable, you can't sell it because there's not a ton of value in it. Once people realize this, they either make one of 2 decisions. They either start to make the transition to private rentals, which is what we did. And then we got kicked off and then we just went full private. And by the way, I've never heard of anybody getting kicked off for private rentals. I think if you're maliciously stealing customers, like somebody books on Turo and like, hey, don't book on Turo, book privately instead, there's probably a chance they'll kick you off. But if you're just doing private private on the side, you're completely fine. I know that they're okay with it. But it's either you transition into private rentals or you just give up because you're so tired of losing more and more money every single month. Okay, let's talk about the transition. For everyone, it's different. For us, it took us 2 years. We started when we were already on Turo, and we slowly made the transition. Started with a website, a Google My Business profile. We started by getting the right insurance. We started with the ability to sell insurance, and then we had our booking funnel, and then we started doing advertising. Then we built out our CRM and our texting system. So it kind of took time. It took us 2 years. For most hosts, it takes them even longer. Most hosts don't even transition. But I'd say if you really focus on building out a really efficient system for private rentals, it takes most hosts 6 to 12 months to do it. But I think it needs to be a balance. I think the best way to transition out is to slowly start. So start with your website, start with your booking funnel, start with your insurance, start advertising your own, getting a couple of your own customers in, just understand the process of doing private rentals. And once you feel confident, just pull more and more and more reservations and cars from doing it on Turo to private. Now, there's a big misconception around this, and they say, oh, well, I'm going to do some cars in Turo, some cars in private, which I think is a huge misconception, because for us, we did both. And what you don't realize is, let's say somebody double books a car, you can always transition the person that's doing private rentals into another car. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, if it's a Model 3 to a Model Y, nobody's going to care. If it's a Model 3 to another Model 3, nobody's going to care. If it's a Model Y to a Volkswagen Tiguan, similar size, they probably won't really care. But on Turo, for some reason, the guests make a big deal out of it. And Turo makes it really hard to actually transition these hosts or these guests into different cars. But when you're doing private rentals, it's way easier. And so the smartest thing to do, instead of quitting on Turo, like a lot of hosts are either doing or wanting to do, just start making the transition. Build out your website, build out your booking funnel, start doing the advertising, get the right insurance. And I promise when you make the transition, you'll just make much more money. When we made the transition, we made 50% more money in the first month. If you want help doing that, if you want help building every single system out, we'll do it for you. I'll build it out for you in 7 to 10 days. I'll build out your website, your booking funnel, your advertisements, your CRM, your insurance, literally everything you need, even contracts and vetting, just for your business. So if you think that would be helpful for you, click the link below. We can set up a time to talk. But other than that, I urge you, just start making the transition. I promise you'll be much more profitable. And in the long term, you'll stay in the business model versus getting burned out, not making enough money, and just quitting. Thank you for watching the videos. Appreciate everyone's support, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.